People often misunderstand yoga, and they think of it as a religion or something kooky. That's the worst part, when they think it's something, and they tell me all these wacky things and all the different types of yoga, and they do Kundalini yoga. I don't know anything about Kundalini yoga. And that's not major. It's important to do your meditation, and Tantra. Oh, everybody wants to do Tantra. And that all of these things are a science unto themselves. Like pranayama isn't simple breathing exercises, it's a science. And it's one-on-one. The guru, not a teacher, but the guru and the student are really one-on-one. And he works, the guru, the master works with the student. You do everything he says, when he says, and you have to be prepared. It's a very powerful practice. And yoga, too. The whole business of yoga. The postures truly can lead you somewhere, but people do it to look good or to say they're doing postures, and that's the exact opposite of the purpose. But yoga itself is truly a science. I keep saying, like math, 2 and 2 are 4 no matter what, absolutely no matter what. So you can have 2 apples and 2 bananas, but you count them and it comes out to 4. And it's the same with yoga. If you've practiced hatha a great deal, then you're toned and you're fit and you look like that. If you've practiced meditation a great deal, it will show, but not in the way that you expect. You'll feel, it's more of a subtle thing, and it's a very personal thing. Meditation practice is extremely personal. But honestly, I've been at this a long time now, 40 years, 45 I guess, really, all told. But I can tell who practices. I can, and I'm not a yogi, and I'm not psychic, and I don't have any powers whatsoever. But I can tell. In the Gita it says, how does an enlightened man walk? How does he talk? How does he act? I've only known one, and that's Swami Rama. But I can tell when a yoga student practices, and I don't even ask anymore, because you know what? I say this lovingly, but I don't care. All I can do is present this to people, and it's up to them. And there's nothing wrong with not doing this. You know, that's where you are, that's how you feel, and that's what you do. But some people, once you've done it, we're hooked. You just can't not do it. You have to. So it truly is a science. Meditation, you will find, will lead you in different directions from where you were going originally. You'll think this is what you wanted to do, but you look back on your life, and if you're fortunate enough to meet your guru, they kind of find you. You can't find them. They come after you. And when that happens, then, and if you have enough confidence and enough sense to follow, and if this person is, I knew nothing about Swami Rama. I just bought him hook, line, and sinker. But I can see how my family was disturbed because this man came out of nowhere and was going to help me. And he's never done anything but help. One time in India, someone was there from another country, and people want to wait on me because I have white hair and I'm old. And I like to do for myself as long as I can. And I was declining all these silly things that people wanted to do, dumb things, like getting something for my feet or something, and I said, no, it's fine. So this woman said, you better let people help you. I was stunned, and I said, well, as long as I can do for myself. And she said, the guru will fix it so you have to have help if you don't accept help. And I said, no, that's not how it goes. It isn't how it goes. The guru wants nothing but for you to succeed and for you to be successful. So this science, as I say, it isn't rocket science. You don't have to, you can be dumb as anything, but education, as Ramana Maharshi excuse me, said, knowledge is educated ignorance. And I think that's great, because it is. You can have all the PhDs and the MDs and the everything else there is. If you don't know who you are, and you don't know yourself, you've gained the whole world, but you've lost the shot, the best shot that you've had at it. You're aware that you're a person, and we have some animal in us, like people who are really cruel, and Hitlers, and people who kill people. And then the third is divine. And Swami Rama always used to say, why do you always identify with being a person, or letting your animal traits come out? Identify with God. But it's not in now to identify with God. You identify with the hatha part of yoga, because there are all these ditzy little things, yoga mats and yoga outfits, and they are cute, they're darling, they really are. I like them all. But it's what you're doing in it, you know, just working out, as they say, is what you're doing when you do hatha without the meditation. I should be sure to say that the word yoga itself means union, or a yoke. Oxen have a thing around their neck, they're yoked together. So it's a union, but the union in the original sense of the word means a union with the force, or the Almighty, a power that's greater than you. It doesn't mean having a great body only. It's good. You can't be sick and practice hatha or meditation. You need to be fit, and that's the purpose. But what you're trying to do is, well, actually there are 8 rungs. This is in the Yoga Sutras, or the basics of hatha, of yoga philosophy. And a sutra means a string, and there are 4 padas, or 4 chapters, in the Yoga Sutras. And Astanga Yoga, Astanga means 8. Now Astanga Yoga now, as I hear, is a form of yoga. To me, it's the yoga philosophy of the 8 rungs. And the final rung is a surrender. And you're surrendering to something that's greater than you. You don't have to believe in God, you don't have to, you can be in anything. You can be a nothing. It has nothing to do really with God and religion. You're practicing the science that as you go along, it enhances any religion. And if you're thinking it enhances making you an agnostic, that's not true. That won't happen. But it will make you a better person and a stronger person emotionally. The little mind, as the yogis talk about, is like a fish that's tossed in the lake of emotions. And if your emotions become pure and stable, and you can have a stable emotion, a feeling, you don't have to be going crazy. Doesn't mean that you're losing it. But a stable emotion can be purified, and when the emotions are purified, the mind is purified. And as the mind is purified, it kind of fades away, and then you reach this yoke, or this union, this yoga. If you keep going toward the horizon, you'll never find it, so you're put. Okay?